Another executive order that President Trump signed sends federal employees back to the office. WMAR-2 News' Raven Payne spoke with one federal worker and a local professor who called it chaos.
It's a requirement that federal workers return to full-time in-person work immediately.
It's back in the office for federal workers. A statement on the White House website saying, in part, heads of all departments and agencies in the executive branch of government shall terminate remote work arrangements and require employees to return to work in person full-time. There are over 140,000 federal civilian workers in the state. That's according to the Congressional Research Service. About 10% of all federal employees work remotely. I spoke with one of those employees here in Baltimore who says she's worked for the government for 15 years. She declined to show her face or reveal her name.
For me, working from home, I have the opportunity to start early. I have the opportunity to work a little bit later. I won't have that flexibility going into the office.
She, along with many others on social media, have the same worry that traffic will get much worse as employees go back to in-person work.
I commute from Baltimore to D.C. So for me, it's a matter of catching the MARC train. And the unpredictability of that, I can only imagine how it will impact the DC transit system.
I expect a lot of chaos and conflict.
University of Baltimore professor John Willis says this will hurt Maryland.
It'll not only have an impact on the individuals who have to accommodate whatever orders come down, but I think it will adversely affect the actual government service to the public.
The executive order is paired with a move to implement a federal hiring freeze, Willis calling it irrational.
So say 10% of the people working at home quit and you can't hire them back, that's going to diminish the ability of services for the people, whatever agency they're working in. And my advice to the administration is focus on governing, not on politics.
The order doesn't apply to workers at the Social Security Administration. That's because they have a contract letting them work from home. That contract expires in 2029. Raven Payne, WMAR-2 News.